I was being a bit of an elitist snob about hair jewelry. Look, I am someone who finds hair jewelry not particularly appealing visually. I do appreciate the artistic aspect. However, I heard something recently that made me start thinking about hair jewelry in a completely different way. You hear all the time, oh, it was a different time, they just had different ideas of romantic love. And while that's somewhat acceptable, I think it's pretty hard to relate to people in a historical sense who just have different trends and values, and we just kind of write it off as a difference of taste. But whenever you actually think about the historical examples, I could very easily see myself being someone who back in the day had hair jewelry. Back in the day, if you didn't have a ton of money to see your lover all the time, or there was some type of circumstance preventing you from seeing each other, odds are either photography wasn't invented or it was very expensive to commission a photograph. And me as a person, I forget what people look like very quickly after I don't see them. I like having photographs to remember how people look like, and this wasn't an option. But one of the things that you can keep from a person that never decays and keeps its color is hair. You see hair from ancient mummies that still haven't decayed, and so this is a tried and true method of keeping at least a piece of a person that never ages. And so between the years that it might take to see your lover, this is a piece that you can keep with you, and hence it became a very romantic notion. And beyond that, something were to ever happen to one of your relatives, forgetting a face of a departed one is one of the most brutal aspects of grief, and we in modern day use photographs to keep the memory alive. If you were lucky, you had a portrait of them, but even that is not an exact copy. The accessibility of hair is a very uniquely affordable and accessible way to keep the memory of a loved one alive far beyond their years. And so in that way, at least for me, it's helped me bridge the gap of finding hair jewelry a little less creepy.